Hey, everybody. Katie Scherer, founder and lead creative of Big Picture Strategies, joining you. Thanks for joining me. I am so thrilled to bring you this week's video. I have been chuckling and enjoying a bunch of lawyer ads lately. And I wanted to do a video on some of the legal minds that are putting some fantastic work out as far as branding and advertising. So if you think about, there's multiple aspects of marketing, and advertising is one of them. And if you think about like a lawyer, there's so many lawyers everywhere, okay? So they have to differentiate themselves based on what kind of law they practice, and then attach their personality to it, because people who are looking for legal representation often are looking for people in a specific kind of way. There are people that want like a high flying business attorney. There are people who would prefer more of a humble neighborhood local attorney. Certainly, personal injury is a big one. And people who are looking for a personal injury attorney are looking for someone who's very aggressive and knows how to, get a big payout. So, I have been doing a little study today to pull together some of my favorite legal ads and legal marketing branding personas to show you. And I'll ask Athena to drop those in the notes, in the comments. You can click over to these links and see what these guys are up to. They are all men, okay? I have nothing against female attorneys, as you can imagine. And maybe I'll do another video just on the amazing female attorneys out there. It just so happens that my top of mind kind of topic that I wanted to pull together does feature all male attorneys. So let's check them out. Okay, first one, and this is the one that really got me going on this. Who has heard the Top Dog Law radio spots? I mean, I think everybody. They might not be on the radio stations that you listen to. You might want to look them up. So Top Dog Law is a national marketing legal marketing network. Okay, so Top Dog Law licenses that identity to people, and then they can then identify with that group, who are very well known for their radio spots. They are innovative, they are novel, and very targeted. So Top Dog Law has this kind of like urban, like kind of like rap kind of commercial. I don't know, it's not really rap, but really gets to the emotional appeal of wanting to maximize your payout in an injury. So Top Dog Law commercials are very, very non-traditional in that sort of sense. They're really I don't think there's anything new, but they're really appealing to the common person, not the person that's sitting like has $1 million to spend to find a law, not corporate law. So that's what I'm trying to get to. We're not talking about corporate law, business law. This is a different kind of law. They're trying to reach people who were wronged by big corporations and big insurance companies coming at them. And so Top Dog Laws, like, let us get out there and fetch that money for you. I love that. So you got to look up the Top Dog Law radio commercials. Now, my appreciation for Top Dog Law led me to reach into the back of my thinking to another law firm that I used to really enjoy. Oh goodness, Alexa, stop! I am not going to stop my video. I'm not going to stop my video because of Alexa. We've all been there. Alexa just notified me of my 1 hour timer, and now she's notified you. Okay, so back to my next highlight. Okay, Pot Brothers at Law. Okay, so I used to see these guys all over like YouTube and Reddit and stuff. Okay, so obviously they are this is Mark and Craig Wasserman in California, and they deal with a lot of marijuana issues, which, as that's becoming increasingly legal across the country, there are representation, there is representation available for those issues, and they are one of them. But the thing about Pot Brothers at Law is they have maxed out persona. Like, they are so good at persona. So maybe not everybody needs legal advice as far as marijuana, but Pot Brothers at Law goes a bit further because they put a ton of effort into social media marketing that is educational, informative, consistent, and incredibly entertaining. In fact, they have I don't know if they're still keeping it up, but I have to go check now. They had this ongoing Friday feature on social media that contains an expletive. So again, these guys are not going to necessarily be everyone's cup of tea, but I'll tell you what, they are a lot of people's cup of tea. Because think about somebody who needs legal representation, who might be intimidated by the legal system. These guys are approachable. And not only that, but the tips and the advice they offer is pretty universal, I would say. They give a lot of advice for, what to do when you're pulled over and stuff like that. So even if you're not in California, and even if you're not into, seeking legal representation for issues related to cannabis usage, they're still really entertaining. And I remember who they are and what they look like and what their videos are like. And I've shared them. So, and I couldn't be farther from that. So, so they are a fantastic case study in persona, like social marketing, branding. Go check them out. Probably shouldn't be too hard to find some of their stuff on YouTube. And then I wanted to get into a little bit of the okay, so we think about local ads or advertising. You think about the used furniture guy, the car lot guy standing out in front of his car lot talking about his deals. There are some lawyers who get out there and use, just standing in front of the camera, let me tell you about who I am. But they do it in really creative ways. And so I wanted to kind of give an honorable mention to a couple of these guys. Okay, again, they're all men. I'll be getting to the ladies. I will be getting to the ladies. Come on. Totally. But let's check out Daryl Isaacs, a personal injury attorney in Kentucky. He's got a series of superhero persona ads, and he calls himself the Hammer. And so if you look at these very high quality production ads, you'll not only get a chuckle, but you'll walk away knowing exactly who this guy is and how he approaches his practice. Okay, let's bounce over to Jamie Casino, personal injury in Georgia and South Carolina. He's got a cool ad, similar to Daryl Isaacs, a little less, it's less into Daryl's is like a superhero kind of thing. Jamie is like a tough guy. He's just getting out there and you kind of see him with a hammer. Well, he's not the Hammer, like Daryl Isaacs is the Hammer, but Jamie Casino's out there with a hammer, and his whole tag is hit back. And you see a commercial of him just whacking TVs with other lawyers on there. Okay, so again, it's not so much the entertaining commercial, because there was a bunch of really entertaining legal commercials that I didn't feel necessarily fit into this list. It's not really about being entertained or clever or cute. For me, it's about walking away knowing what that persona is that they wanted to communicate and how effectively they communicated it. Jamie Casino, I thought his ad was really good. Mike Morse, personal injury attorney in Michigan. There was one ad I saw. He's been investing in Super Bowl ads. He's got a really good classic movie, silent movie thing about chasing justice, black and white. He's got a axe throwing thing. Basically, Mike Morse puts himself out there of I'm going to be the guy to chase this down for you. I'm going to target, where we need targeting, and I'm going to win for you. So this guy is just he's putting himself out as the relentless one, the dependably winning, relentless personal injury attorney in Michigan. He has a ton of billboards too. I happen to live in Michigan, so I'm pretty familiar with him. And I really, really am so happy to add in another one that I found, Henry Reeves, a personal injury attorney in Tennessee and Mississippi. Okay, so his does not use humor. by far, he's got a very powerful campaign behind him regarding his personal representation to his community, calling out and facing and fighting stereotypes in the legal system. And he has such a beautiful way of doing that. And so I encourage you to check out some of his videos too. So these innovative persona marketing campaigns, they're entertaining, high production quality, they're memorable. But the big takeaway here is that the lawyers who are using these types of campaigns have attached themselves to an idea that they want you to remember about them. So I'm sure you're probably not in the legal field if you're watching me here on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you are. Most likely, you're probably in a different kind of business. But I want you to go ahead and follow some of these links and just think about how you can build a persona in your field, in your sphere of influence, in your marketing campaigns. How can you use the creativity of these lawyers who have nothing to go on really but their personality? Well, they have their track record, they have investment. Obviously, someone who's investing a lot into their marketing is making a lot of money, is successful. Okay, but what they're trying to put out there is there's a lot of attorneys out there. I want you to remember me. And here's a way for you to remember me. And that's what everybody can do. And that's what I encourage you to use these as an example and think about today. So I am really excited. First of all, I want you to check out the Big Picture Method for Business course that is purposely targeted to be like a treasure trove of marketing information that you would normally pay a lot of money for by hiring someone to do. I put it all in a course for you for one very easy one-time payment that you can just go ahead and use this stuff and take off and develop campaigns for yourself with all the all the ins and outs and how-tos and blueprints and everything, and use your creativity to bring forward a persona of your own. So again, Katie Scherer, founder and lead creative of Big Picture Strategies, joining you today. I'm going to say that again. Katie Scherer, founder and lead creative of Big Picture Strategies, joining you today. I want you to think about your brands and drop me a line. Tell me about some of the ideas that you've had on the creative side of things. I would love to shoot back with you and explore those. Anyway, I will see you next week. Have a good one.